Last weekend, I was extremely sick. On Friday, I developed severe GI pain after eating breakfast. I refrained from eating for the rest of the day. On Saturday, I again was very sick. In the evening, my abdomen felt better. I ate some supper. On Sunday morning, I ate pureed soup for breakfast. Shortly thereafter, I became severely sick with horrible GI pain. In the evening, I started throwing up. The pain was out of this world awful. I wanted to go to the emergency department, but it was a Sunday. I prefer to go to the hospital on a weekday and prefer to see my primary care provider first. My provider writes out orders for what needs to be done in the emergency department. I wait out the night, vomiting profusely and in some of the worst pain of my life. When the morning comes, I call my primary care provider's office. I cannot see my provider, but another physician is able to see me. I go to the appointment. The doctor sends me to the emergency department. Unfortunately, the doctor does not write out any orders for my emergency department visit. When I arrive in the emergency department, the waiting room is packed. I am shocked there are so many people here on a Monday. Weekdays in the emergency department are usually not busy, but today it seemed a lot of people felt the need to come to the emergency department. I joined the wait list to be seen in triage. I wait about an hour before going through triage. I am writhing in pain. My vitals are taken. I am wheeled back out into the waiting area. I wait and wait. The people clear out fairly quickly. The emergency department is collecting blood and urine from people in the waiting room. When the patient is called back to a room in the ED, the lab work is already resulted. This significantly shortens the time the person is in the ED. Many people leave the emergency department in just 30 to 45 minutes after being called back to a room. A physician even comes out from time to time to do an evaluation on a person in the waiting room to order more tests. I am growing anxious. I should be called back any time. But instead, people who arrived after me are called to go back to emergency department room. I inquire at the front desk when I'm to be taken back. I am simply told I need to keep waiting. Finally, after waiting almost 3 hours and the waiting room is nearly empty, I ask another receptionist about getting a room. The woman looks at the patient charts. She cannot find mine. She goes to another pile. "Oh," she says, "come back with me." I am wheeled back past room after room of people who had arrived after me in the emergency department. When the woman stops at a gurney in the hallway, she asks how she can help me onto the bed. I am shocked. I've waited over 3 hours for a bed in the hallway? I'm on a ventilator. I need to be connected to monitors. Why did all those other people get rooms? I hope this is just a temporary place for me. I hope when a room opens up, I will be transferred to a room. A physician's assistant's assistant takes my medical history. She says she will return with pain medicine. Hour after hour, I wait in the hallway. No pain medicine is given. Furthermore, nothing is happening. I'm being ignored by my nurse and the medical staff. I grow impatient. I want to leave. I look at my online patient chart. My blood work is resulted. I have a high white blood cell count, along with other markers which indicate I have inflammation. No one seems to care. I text my mom I want to go home. My mom says she will come into the emergency department and demand I get care. My mom finds me in the hallway and starts asking medical personnel about my case. My mom inquires about getting pain medicine. She is told nothing is ordered for me. My mom demands I receive medical care. She is told the emergency department is very busy with people who are very sick. Although no one says anything directly, clearly a woman on a ventilator, shaking uncontrollably in pain, with tears in her eyes, is not a top priority. No, we are told. I will just have to continue to wait because there are more important cases. In a divine moment, an elderly respiratory therapist sees my mom in frustration. He asks how he can help. My mom explains, "We have waited many hours and have not received any care." The man springs into action. He finds a doctor. The doctor admits he has never reviewed my case. A resident doctor is summoned and comes to my bed. He asks what I can have for pain. I tell him fentanyl. The resident doctor disappears. I wait and wait, but the pain medicine never comes. I desperately want to leave. I tell God if I do not receive any pain medicine by 6:15, I am leaving. At precisely 6:15 p.m., my nurse arrives at my side with pain medicine. She gives me the fentanyl. She then tells me I am to have an abdominal CT scan. A few minutes later, I am whisked off to CT. After the scan, I return to my place in the hallway. A short while later, I am told I have a bowel obstruction. Suddenly, I gain importance. Suddenly, my nurse no longer ignores me. I sit in dumb silence at the day's events. I had suspected I had a bowel obstruction because this abdominal episode was presenting in the same way as previous bowel obstructions. But I was fairly confident nothing would show up on a CT scan. When the imaging was abnormal, I thank God I did not leave the emergency department. I could not have imagined having gone home with a bowel obstruction. I needed medical intervention. I also praise God over and over again for this incredibly kind respiratory therapist He sent into our lives. No one else acknowledged our situation, but this man rushed into action and got us the attention we so urgently needed. Despite all the delays and challenges, I am very grateful to God for sending this man our way. I am also glad God hears our prayers. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.